Space is not only the silent space between planets and stars, but also the source of many kinds of radiation invisible to the human eye. Cosmic radiation is a stream of charged particles and electromagnetic waves that come to us from the depths of the universe. This type of radiation constantly bombards the Earth and its atmosphere, affecting all living things, including humans. But how exactly does cosmic radiation affect us, and how can it be dangerous? In this video, we will take a closer look at the nature of cosmic radiation, its sources, ways of protection, and possible consequences for human health. What is cosmic radiation? Cosmic radiation includes high-energy particles that travel through space at close to the speed of light. It is divided into two main types. Galactic cosmic rays are charged particles that come from outside our solar system, from other galaxies. They include protons, alpha particles, and heavy ions. Solar cosmic rays, radiation that comes from the Sun, mostly during solar flares. It includes protons, electrons, and the nuclei of light atoms. Cosmic radiation can be very powerful, especially at times of solar activity when solar energy emissions are multiplied. Cosmic radiation is a serious danger to all living things, but fortunately we are protected from most of it thanks to the Earth's atmosphere and magnetic field. The upper atmosphere absorbs most of the high-energy particles, and the Earth's magnetosphere deflects the charged particles, which greatly reduces their impact on the Earth's surface. However, at altitudes where the atmosphere becomes thinner, such as in the upper atmosphere or in space, the level of exposure to cosmic radiation increases. This is one reason why astronauts in space and pilots flying at high altitudes are exposed to increased doses of radiation. Sources of cosmic radiation. Cosmic radiation comes from a variety of sources. Solar flares are powerful bursts of energy that occur on the Sun. They can cause an increase in the intensity of solar cosmic radiation, which is especially dangerous for astronauts and equipment in space. Supernovae are explosions of massive stars that eject huge streams of energy in the form of cosmic rays. These high-energy particles travel through the universe and can reach Earth despite its remoteness. Active galactic nuclei are the centers of galaxies with black holes that emit powerful jets of charged particles that affect even remote corners of space. Although most cosmic radiation is deflected or absorbed by the Earth's atmosphere, there are still effects on the Earth. One of the most visible effects is the aurora borealis, which occurs when the solar wind interacts with the Earth's magnetic field, causing particles in the upper atmosphere to glow. But the effects of cosmic radiation are not limited to the beauty of the auroras. During strong solar storms, flares, it is possible to disrupt communication systems, satellites, and even electrical grids on Earth. One vivid example of such an event was the geomagnetic storm in 1989, which caused a power outage for several hours in the Canadian province of Quebec. In addition, cosmic radiation can affect aviation, especially at high altitudes. Passengers and pilots flying over polar regions are exposed to increased radiation doses. The human body is vulnerable to radiation, and prolonged exposure to cosmic radiation can lead to serious health effects. In everyday life on the surface of the Earth, we hardly ever encounter dangerous levels of cosmic radiation, but for those who spend time in space or at high altitudes, the problem becomes more acute. Astronauts on long flights beyond the Earth's magnetosphere, such as on the International Space Station, astronauts are exposed to much higher doses of radiation. The longer a person is in space, the greater the risk of cellular damage, which can lead to a variety of diseases, including cancer. Aviation, pilots, and crew members of airplanes, especially when flying at high altitudes, are also exposed to cosmic radiation. Studies show that pilots can receive significant doses of radiation during their careers, increasing the risk of long-term health effects. Flying beyond Earth. One of the major concerns of future missions to the Moon and Mars is protecting crews from space radiation. In space, outside of Earth's protective magnetic field, radiation levels are so high that astronauts will need reliable protection to avoid dangerous doses of radiation. In addition, Studies have shown that prolonged exposure to space radiation can negatively affect the nervous system, accelerating the development of cognitive impairment and reducing mental abilities. Radiation can also weaken the immune system and cause tissue damage, making a person more vulnerable to other diseases. Long-term health effects. Radiation from space radiation can damage the DNA of cells, leading to mutations and the development of various diseases, including cancer. It is especially dangerous for astronauts who spend a lot of time in space. Basic protection measures against cosmic radiation include: the Earth's magnetic field and atmosphere are the first and most important defense against radiation on the surface of our planet. But for astronauts and airplane passengers at high altitudes, additional measures are required. Aviation on polar routes, where radiation levels are higher. Airlines sometimes change routes or flight altitudes in the event of increased solar activity. Cosmic radiation is an important and unavoidable factor in the life of our planet and in space exploration. Although the Earth is protected from most hazards by its atmosphere and magnetosphere, cosmic radiation continues to pose challenges to astronauts and people working in aviation. For future deep space missions, additional protective measures are needed to keep explorers healthy and safe. The more we learn about cosmic radiation, the better we can prepare for long-term space exploration and protect humanity from its negative effects. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you liked this video. Support us with likes and comments. It helps us to create even more exciting and informative content. Click on the bell to not miss new episodes about space and science.